Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome President and founder of Fashion for Development, Evie Evangelo.
I'm so excited. Excellencies, distinguished guests, welcome to Fashion for Development's 12th annual First Ladies Luncheon. I can't believe we've already been doing this for 12 years. We have a fabulous program for you today with fashion runway shows, award ceremony, and stellar speakers. As you could tell on your tables and everywhere, we have a Chinese theme. And we have fashion designers, Sand River from the Himalayas and also Wang Feng from Shanghai, and a plant-based gastronomy menu, which is amazing, created by Master Chef Guo, who's seated right there. I want him to stand up because he did a lot to prepare your menu today. He was the top chef for all the state dinners in China, and he's doing this for us today, so we're very honored. I would like to begin by recognizing our exhibitions downstairs by Education Above All in Silatek, and the kaftans by Siham El Hababti, Kenza Malihi, and Sheikh Mohammed Al Thani that are on view. And they were featured last night during our Sustainable Goals Banquet this year, which was in partnership with Years of Culture and Education Above All. And it was a fabulous evening. And I would just like to share, we did it really fast, but there's going to be a few highlights here for you to see from last night. So please. We tried to highlight Qatar, Morocco 2024 in just a matter of a few hours. So we did the best we could and brought everything from music to exhibits to fashions to educational youth entrepreneurs and creatives. So I hope you enjoyed downstairs. Also, before we go on, I would like to acknowledge Yogmata, who was here last night. She's here seated. Yogmata, please stand. She flew in from Japan just the day before she's so amazing. She's doing a workshop on Saturday. If anybody's in town, I would love to get you info, because she is the first female Himalayan Siddha master to achieve ultimate enlightenment. And she goes around the world promoting a campaign for peace, which is really much needed on this planet right now. And I also want to say a special thanks to The Harmonist, which is Fashion for Development's official fragrance, and also the Bicester Collection in Value Retail, and Toy Kenning Spencer, just to say thank you so much for all these years of support always. Okay, so I just want to open the program with F4D's Global Runway. Global Runway is an international initiative that is bringing together 100 nations through fashion designers, as well as we're adding art and culture and what have you, and publishing an art book with Skira Publishing out of Milan Eduardo and Catherine are here somewhere today. They flew in from Milan. They work with all the museums around the world and have been doing art books since 1928, I believe. So we're very excited about that. And the fashion show will open in the United Nations in 2026 as a symbolism of tolerance, reconciliation. The book is being written by Stephanie Dillon, and we are working on a pilot documentary. Global Runway is not just about fashion, it's about creativity. And one of our partnering artists is here today. I hope you saw the exhibit downstairs, Libby Klein, who hand-painted tequila bottles from all different regions of the world downstairs on exhibit. And they were pretty amazing. So I hope you saw them. And we are celebrating the world coming together, and it's a good time to do it while the United Nations is in session. I would like to give you a taste of Global Runway Today collection. So what we did was we're partnering with designers also to create special Global Runway collections. Today's collection is by Mirella Nurse, of which I am wearing And today, this was the one that was Asian inspired. So basically, she did different inspirations. And come on, guys, let's get the show on the road. Thank you.
grandes artistas. En este momento quiero presentar a uno que me invitó hace unos años a cantar una canción en su disco. Me acompañan unos grandes músicos, me acompañan grandes músicos.
بشرب بس بطلع بعيوني بالليل يا عيني بالليل لا باكل ولا بشرب لا باكل ولا بشرب بس بطلع بعيوني بالليل يا عيني بالليل لا باكل ولا بشرب لا باكل ولا بشرب بس بطلع بعيوني بالليل يا عيني بالليل لا باكل ولا بشرب لا باكل ولا بشرب بس بطلع بعيوني بالليل يا عيني بالليل بعيوني بالليل يا عيني بالليل لا باكل ولا بشرب بس بطلع بعيوني بالليل يا عيني بالليل لا باكل ولا بشرب
So thank you for that. I think Mirella Nurse did a great job because what she does is she takes different parts of each culture, whether they're monuments, whether they're buildings, whether they're whatever, and she puts them on these different prints. And this is why this is our first global runway collection by Mirella Nurse. And we hope to be doing this with different countries around the globe for each designer's inspiration to bring humanity together through fashion, creativity, and art. So thank you. Thank you for that. I would now like to introduce a very special friend of mine that I've known for quite some time, my co-host today, and the recipient of Fashion for Development's 2024 Visionary Award. Her name is Usai Khan. She is a renowned Chinese-American television producer, entrepreneur, cultural ambassador. She's gained international fame since 1972 with the debut of her groundbreaking TV series, Looking East, which introduced Asian cultures to American audiences. Her later work, One World, also aired in China's CCTV and reached over 1 billion viewers, earning her the title of the most famous woman in China in 1992. Usai founded Usai Cosmetics, a brand that was acquired by L'Oreal, and she's also a prolific author with 11 best-selling books, including her latest book, The Most Famous Woman in China, which there is one copy on each table. And everyone check your seats because we've put a little ribbon on one seat on each table. Whoever has that ribbon takes home the book. It just came out. And also, you know, Usai is a really prominent philanthropist. She cares. All right, you're going to check now. Just, can I finish first? Okay. So she has supported various charitable organizations. And, you know, I think she's such an incredible human being, and I love her to death. And I'm so proud to bring her to the stage and present her with the Visionary Award this year for 2024. Thank you. It's from London by the Queen's.
Tell them what it is.
Okay. So our awards are specially and exclusively designed by Toy Kenning Spencer that hold the royal warrant to Queen Elizabeth. And these are exclusive to us only. Also, last evening we had the Humankind Awards, which were also designed. And actually, Freddie Toy is here with us today somewhere. There he is. He comes every year in support. And they hold the royal warrant since, what is it, 1800s, right? Okay, so 300 years. So these are our awards, and you can't get them anywhere else. So, we're exclusive.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Bibi. You know why I'm here? Not to get another award is not important, right? More importantly is what you are supporting, because we really believe in, see what this is, it says? Fashion for development. Evie has created this amazing platform so that we can highlight important designers from all over the world who actually help to develop the countries. This is something that I am very, very excited about. And I know how hard she works on this. And look at how wonderful this room is. This room is full of amazing people, and I am delighted to be part of here. You know, the Chinese have a saying, 天时地利人和. Roughly translated, really means that when you want to do something phenomenal, when you want to do something mind-bogglingly wonderful, there actually are three elements that have to be there. Tianshi means that the planets have to be correct, the right planetary alignments. Dili, the Earth has to be correct. That means the time of the Earth has to be right. And Renhe means people. People have to be there. So in other words, I noticed that whenever something very important happens, these three elements always exist. We are in this room with some of the greatest women, greatest first ladies in the world. We are with some of the, besides the first ladies, some of the most extraordinary people that I know who have done extraordinary things in the world. Just my table alone with some extremely extraordinary people who changed the world. We are fortunate. We have all these three elements together. And so that we are able to do something wonderful for the world. That's what life is all about, is it not? Because this is what we are supposed to, and we are lucky. If we have those elements, we should be able to really do something, make the world a much better world. Evie talks about the book that I have done here. The book is a little bit boastful, right? It says, the most famous woman in China. But I deserve it. Okay. No, yes, I didn't call myself the most famous woman in China. The People magazine called me the most famous. But the more important things for you to know is the last 5 words underneath it. It says, and how she did it, how I did it. This is really the story. This is my journey. This is my passion. This is what I have been using, the 3 elements that I just mentioned, to try to do something wonderful in the world. And I think that just through my television work, and that opened the eyes of a billion Chinese to the outside world. Remember, China was really, really enclosed, and then finally it's open. But the book also indicates how China really grew from a desperately poor country to today, 4 decades later, the 2nd biggest economy in the world. How did that happen? I went through that journey. I sacrificed a lot for it, but I did it. I made that journey, and I hope. And you know, because we're talking about fashion, and today we have 2 fashion shows for you besides this fashion runway. And they are, you know, to think about this, you have to remember 40 years ago when I first went to China, there was not the word fashion. It did not exist in the Chinese vocabulary, because everybody was wearing exactly the same clothes, exactly this. They don't use any makeup. The hairdo was exactly the same. So today is particularly exciting for me to be able to introduce 2 wonderful Chinese designers. But do you like the dress I'm wearing? It is from Wang Feng over there, and he is going to be showing one of this. This is very exciting because 40 years ago, this would never have happened. So it's a triple excitement for me that we are introducing you to a very wonderful Chinese vegetarian meal, and also introducing you to very wonderful designers. My job is so I thank very much Evie. Where are you, Evie? You're disappearing. Oh, yeah, I know what she's doing. I know exactly what she's doing. Okay, never mind. So my job right now is introducing Sand River. Sand River is a Chinese brand. Ladies and gentlemen, you may not know, today, the Chinese produce 80% of the world's cashmere. And the best cashmere really comes from Mongolia and Inner Mongolia. Mongolia, you know, is not part of China, but Inner Mongolia is part of China. I want to introduce you to Sand River. It's a brand. It's a luxury cashmere brand founded by my friend Julia Guo over there. And Julia was born in Inner Mongolia. And I just said that they produce the finest cashmere, right? So she sets out to bring to the world the finest cashmere from her homeland. Now, our theme, as I said to you, is fashion for development, right? And Sand River is a great example of fashion for development. Julia has revived an ancient Mongolian hand felt technique. I can't explain to you. Hand felt. It's a cashmere, but it's hand done. Working with herders and local women in poor, very remote areas in Tibet to preserve these skills. Sand River empowers women by providing them with job opportunities and a chance to improve their lives. And thank you so much, Juliet, for doing that. So Juliet's vision of slow fashion, focusing on quality, traditional craftsmanship, and sustainability make Sand River a truly unique luxury brand. Now I would like you to see a video about Sand River.
Hello everyone, I'm Juliet Guo, the founder of Sand River Cashmere brand, growing up in Inner Mongolia. I was inspired to start a cashmere brand with a vision of presenting the world's fine cashmere from my hometown. I have revived the ancient and nearly lost Mongolian hand-felting techniques, drawing from my childhood memories and visiting old herders deeply in the grassland to create unique cashmere felting pieces. In recent years, I have spent times in Tibet at an altitude of 5,000 meters in the Himalaya snow region. I have traveled through every village, working to revive the traditional craft of pulu. I have taught local women these skills and innovations, help them master new designs and techniques. It brings me immense joy to see the significant changes in this woman's life because of this work. I'm building an exceptional brand, Sand River Cashmere, which includes both fashion and home collections. From sourcing raw cashmere material in my hometown to establishing our own factory and expanding globally. Every stamp is executed with high standards. Sand River emphasizes quality, practices sustainable development, and empowers women in remote areas by providing them with job opportunities and growth. This allows them to learn in their home region, increase their income, and care for their families. I'd like to highlight 3 key principles of the brand: care, craftsmanship, and sustainability. I believe that slow fashion focuses on core values. Extreme and inner joy is a true luxury of today.
I think this is the fashion show. Here comes the fashion show.
I could be everywhere. I could be everywhere. I could be everywhere. Everywhere. And all at once it came to me. I could be everywhere. I drove my fist into the earth, reached her core, grabbed hold tight. And all at once it came to me. I could be everywhere. I drove my fist into the earth, reached her core, and grabbed hold tight. And all at once it came to me. I could be everywhere. I drove my fist into the earth, reached her core, grabbed hold tight.
So, was that an amazing show? I mean, I'm in love with all of this. And also, her practices of educating these women, helping them to earn a wage. And I love those baby goats. I mean, I just want to take them home with me. And also, Juliet designed this for me today. And so it's all in Kashmir, and she is actually in Paris, in Bon Marché, and we're going to help her enter the U.S. market and also be part of Global Runway. So we promote these types of transformational designers. And so Juliet is receiving today for Sand River Fashion for Development's 2024 Fashion Award. Thank you, Juliet, for all you do.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm really great honor here to get this award. Really appreciate FOD, EV, really appreciate. And today you can see everything comes from my hometown, Inner Mongolia, and also everything is handmade from Tibet women. So this award not only for me, but also for behind me a lot of the women and Tibet and Inner Mongolia. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Please welcome entertainment industry veteran, formerly with WME, longtime agent of our next honoree, and Envision management partner, producer, Julia Bodner.
I am humbled to be standing here today talking about the prolific Eva Orner. Eva isn't only an amazing filmmaker, but an incredible woman and humanitarian. Her drive to share important stories and uncover difficult truths is unparalleled. From her award-winning films like Chasing Asylum, which focuses attention towards the cruel, inhumane treatment of asylum seekers and refugees in Australia, to Bikram, a film that spotlights the predatory practices of the founder of Bikram Hot Yoga. Recently, Eva had the opportunity to make a film that she has been passionate about since the day I met her, called Burning. This serves as a call to action that brought a tremendous amount of attention and urgency to our globe's climate change crisis through the lens of the horrific wildfires in Australia. As you can see, Eva's films are not for the faint of heart. However, each time you watch one of them, it is hard as a viewer to not feel compelled to act. While I could go on and on bragging about this amazing woman, I would like to take a moment to watch the trailer for Eva's latest masterpiece, Brandy Melville and the Cult of Fast Fashion, and the reason I'm standing before you today.
I heard about Brandy first when I was in 7th grade. Everyone was wearing it at school. I walked into the store and I bought the star necklace. I felt so cool and accepted.
The reason why I liked it, because everyone else liked it.
Brandy Melville is an incredibly successful business. It's impossible to talk about Brandy Melville and not talk about social media. It was teenagers taking photos of teenagers. It felt genuine because it was genuine.
And kind of behind the curtain, no one has any idea that this man with sneakers and sweatpants on was running the Instagram that all these teenage girls are like fanning over. This place is not your conventional clothing company.
Brandy Melville was this phenomenon with one-size-fits-all clothing.
There's a stereotype against Brandy Melville for only hiring skinny white girls.
Blonde hair, skinny, small.
She's obviously like beautiful.
The girls would go to the factory where a lot of things are made.
China or to Italy.
And then the girls would pick out stuff that they like.
Then you go into the stock room and you see all the other people who are working there who are not white.
There are these text messages between the senior leadership at Brandy Melville, the most vile, sexual, racist jokes possible.
When I saw him wearing a Hitler outfit, I wasn't surprised.
Store-style photos were taken every day.
Go stand against that wall and pose so I can text it to the founder of the company. Brandy Melville was part of fast fashion and how fast fashion was impacting our environment.
Everywhere you walk, this fabric is going to shock you. What you see entering our workplace, I need to be worried.
We're all being exploited by the same system.
Fast fashion brands convince you to buy so much because they convince you that you are not enough.
Brandy Melville taps into the worst impulses of being a teenage girl.
Finally, someone's talking about it.
Wow. Despite how many times I've seen that trailer and this film, I still get the chills. Eva's artistry comes to life throughout the film. She seamlessly juxtaposes the harsh realities of deeply rooted racism, anti-Semitism, body shaming, and inappropriate conduct happening behind the walls of a very seemingly carefree, aspirational Americana fashion company, against the unforgettable scenes of clothing-filled, polluted beaches abroad that seem to span miles, further emphasizing the horrendous damage fast fashion is causing our planet. For those of us who are lucky enough not to live alongside this devastation, it's common for the problems to be out of sight, out of mind. But thanks to Eva, this film is a wake-up call. A documentary imploring each of us to consume more consciously, investigate the authenticity and practices of the companies in which we buy from, and hold those who are acting in bad faith accountable for their actions. When I started working with Eva, I knew that she would change the world. But being here today in this power-packed room full of remarkable people who, like Eva, are agents of change, I feel honored. Thank you to the entire Fashion for Development team who make days like this possible, and to women like Eva who fight to educate, empower, enhance, and enrich the lives of all people. Finally, before I invite Eva to take the stage, I must take this opportunity as her former agent and dear friend to mention that if you have an important story, or dare I say bright and cheery, story to tell, please reach out to Eva. She is a force to be reckoned with, and as you can see, someone who will stop at nothing to uncover harsh truths that affect real change. If you haven't had the opportunity to watch Brandy Melville and the Cult of Fast Fashion, please head to Max to stream this tonight. You will not be disappointed. Without further ado, please join me in welcoming my friend, changemaker, and the well-deserved recipient of this year's Impact in Film Award, Eva Orner.
Hello. Well, that was a lot, Julia. Thank you. I don't have much to say after that. I've been making documentaries for over 25 years. I take on corrupt governments. I work in war zones. I tell refugee stories, story of abuse, a lot of exposés. I thought nothing could shock me in this world. And the images that you saw in the trailer from the beaches in Accra, Ghana, where all you can see are our donated, discarded clothing, shocked me more than almost anything I've ever seen. It still horrifies me to the core when I see those images. And standing there, my crew and I were sickened by our waste and consumption. The reason that I wanted to make this film was that I thought I'd been buying sustainable clothing for the last 10 years because I'd learned about the abuse, exploitation, and the environmental damage the fashion industry does globally. And then I found out about greenwashing and the fact that most of the sustainable clothing I was buying is not really sustainable because there's very little global regulation in the fashion industry. So the last line of the film is, we simply need to buy less. And while there are some incredible fashion labels making beautiful clothing in traditional ways with Indigenous people in countries where more development is needed, at the end of the day, we all need to look at our closets and our lifestyles and cut our consumption down and buy things that are natural fibres that we will wear forever. I hope everyone tonight is wearing something they've worn before, or if they're wearing something new, wear it again for another 20 years. Thank you so much to everybody for this. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Our next esteemed presenter has had the role of Special Representative of the United Nations Secretary General on Violence Against Children since July 2019. A pediatrician by training, she has over the last 4 decades devoted her life to the promotion and protection of children's rights. She was head of the pediatric department and director of Mother and Child Polyclinic in Casablanca, and founded the pioneering non-governmental organization Beiti, addressing the protection and reintegration of children living and working in the streets of Morocco. From 2008 to 2014, she also served as United Nations Special Rapporteur on the sale of children, child prostitution, and child pornography. Please welcome Dr. Najat Malia.
Don't be afraid, I am not going to speak about me today, but I want just to really introduce one wonderful woman, one super wonder woman, Chantal Query. And I had the pleasure to meet her 1 year ago. And my God, we were pushing, and regarding my report was about child protection in travel and tourism, to make sure that it's embedded, within all the travel and tourism industry. And I met this woman, and my God, she's so committed, and she was already doing it. Even she was in business, fashion business, and I am not used to really deal with the fashion, but with you, Chantal, currently I am trained, I have an intensive training. And I think if I have to describe you, my God, you are so committed, you are a wonderful champion. I really, really appreciate all your skills. She is behind Brides Do Good, really to make sure that what she is doing is really also, benefiting to end child marriage. You are doing so much regarding Do Good within Bicester collection, really to empower, to unlock, the potential of children, of, women worldwide. And most recently, thanks to you, we had this big revamping of the World Travel and Tourism Council. And thanks to you in New York, during the meeting and with Queen Sylvia, the workshop in London, and the last one in the Bicester village in Paris, followed by the one in Milan, my God, we make it. Child protection in travel and tourism is coming back very strongly within, all this industry. So please welcome Madame Chapeau Grande Dame.
Well, thank you. I'm deeply honored, actually, to be in front of all these incredible game changers, women. Thank you, Najat, and thank you, Evie, for your visionary leadership. Fashion is definitely a great force for good. This endorsement is not just mine. It really belongs to the girls, the women, the communities whose stories have shaped what I do today. I am who I am because of my roots, growing Lebanese heritage, African heritage. This has truly shaped who I am and how I think of the world. And I've been lucky. I've been given opportunities that many women and girls who live in my countries don't have. And that's what really drives me to make a change and open doors to countless women, the doors that were open to me. None of this will be possible without the love of my family, the support of my partner, the inspiration of my team, the Bicester Collection, who empowers me and give me the chance to really be bold and create impact. But most importantly, an extraordinary woman who has inspired me and believed in me. She's there, Desiree Bollier. Thank you for your inspiration. Fashion, for me, definitely is more than an expression of creativity. It's very much a tool for transformation. When I launched Brides Do Good, I envisage a world where a simple wedding dress can transform the life of a young girl. With the Unlock Her Future prize, we are investing in women social entrepreneurs so that they are able to really create legacies. And with the Do Good philanthropic program of the Bicester Collection, we are really harnessing the power of brands, the power of communities and people to create a sustainable ripple effect of change in the world. But I do want to take a moment to recognize that the world is going through a torment, and we all have a role to play. Countless children are suffering. Women, and there are many inequalities, conflicts, and war. So really, I would love to ask you to use your power, your influence, to really help shape the future. Every type of power and influence can shape the tomorrow. So truly humbled, thank you very much, and your acts can really make a difference to the world. Thank you so much.
I want to talk a little bit just about, yeah, okay. Hello, more applause. And the Bicester Collection. And my dearest friend Desiree, who's seated there on table 10, who's done such an incredible job. I mean, global tourism and mixing cultures and educating and bringing these villages around the world that, I mean, you have to go to these villages. I have been to several, and they're an actual education when you go there. It's not just about shopping. It's about seeing this multi-international culture of these villages. So I just want to say that there are 11 renowned luxury retail destinations in Europe, China, and one coming into the US, and I'm very happy about that, which will be the 12th village, and the first US location in Belmont Park Village to open in October. There are invitation cards in your gift bags. Please visit. I'm sure you'll have a wonderful experience, and I think what they've been doing for so many years is incredible. Through its extended family, the Bicester Collection brings together extraordinary live music and sports experiences at the first, third generation UBS Arena also, serving the New York metro area, home to the New York Islanders and hockey team, as well as award-winning hotel destinations. Mission Pacific Beach Resort and the Sealand Ocean Resort and Spa in Southern California's hidden gem, Oceanside. For nearly 30 years, the Bicester Collection has been committed to using its platform to drive meaningful and lasting change, to make the lives of others better. Through its global philanthropic program, Do Good, the collection is committed to unlock futures for women and children wherever they are born. This program rests on 3 pillars: support to charities that empower women and children locally and globally, innovation initiatives such as Unlock Our Future Prize, which seeks to identify and support women social impact entrepreneurs, and advocacy campaigns, all aligned with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This is a true example of private sector and business doing good. Here is the Do Good video.
The Blister Collection has one mission: to make the lives of others better. Our brands, our guests, our people, and our communities.
Do Good unites all our villages under a clearly defined vision and purpose, making a difference locally and globally for generations to come.
Together we care, protect, and grow.
Monetary, information, influence, services, people and talent, we have the ability to channel these resources to help do good and make a big contribution on our communities.
Together, we achieve the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals,
such as 1, no poverty, and 5, gender equality.
Our villages are united around one cause.
We unlock the future of women and children wherever they are born.
We believe in a world where every woman and child, wherever they are born, have equal access to health, education, and economic opportunities. This is a right, not a privilege.
We do good through fundraising, volunteering, raising awareness, and purposeful pop-ups for our long-term charity partners.
Some charities are global, some are more local. We've chosen them carefully to make sure we support different missions. These missions range from quality education for children, a loving home for children, support for women that have gone through conflict and war, and even a better future for children with critical illnesses.
We bring women and children's empowerment to the front of the agenda.
Creating differentiated programs to accelerate our goals, such as the Unlock Our Future Prize.
There's nothing more rewarding than knowing that you've made a difference in someone's life.
Together, we unlock futures for tomorrow. Let's do good together today.
Let's do good together today.
I never get to eat at these events because I'm always up here. With 3 small children at home, Sharon Bush launched the Caritas Foundation to increase funding for homeless and abused children across the United States. Caritas brought awareness and much needed funding to several organizations who could then realize their mission of improving the lives of thousands of children. During her work with Caritas, Sharon prioritized volunteering alongside her family and taking her kids to soup kitchens and homeless shelters so they too could get involved. Sharon Bush has served as a board member for several charitable organizations, including the Knowledge is Power program and the UN Women for Peace Association, among many others. She's currently involved with the Museum of Democracy. Her daughter, which I love and have met and does incredible things, is Lauren Bush Lauren. And she is the founder and CEO of Feed, an impact-driven brand founded upon the belief that food is a universal human right. Every feed product sold provides school meals to children through direct donations to their on-the-ground partners. Since 2007, FEED has helped provide over 125 million school meals around the world and here in the United States. For her work with FEED, Lauren has received multiple awards, including Fortune magazine's Most Powerful Women Entrepreneurs in 2009 and 30 Under 30 in 2010 by Inc. magazine. And she was named a World Economic Forum Young Global Leader. Lauren resides in New York, where she also serves on the board of directors for the Food Bank for New York City. Outside her work, Lauren's most important role is being a mom to 3 boys, James, Max, and Rocky. Today, I'm so happy to award the Family Philanthropy Award to both Sharon and Lauren. Please come up to the stage and be recognized for all your work. Lauren,
thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Evie. It's such an honor and a privilege to be here in this room with so many of you who have done so much to advance this cause of philanthropy and making the world a better place for women and children with fashion. It's incredible to see what the youth icon mentioned, that so many women had to wear the same outfit. And wow, today they are really spectacular. So we want to give them all a big applause for what they do. As Evie mentioned, it's been my lifelong goal and ambition to raise my children to be philanthropic. I mean, when they were young, we still laugh about this. I would dress as Mrs. Santa Claus, and we would go into homeless shelters and hospitals, and I had gifts, and we'd hand them out at Christmas time. And it was really important for me to teach my children at a young age that they could be helpful and lend a hand to those less fortunate. And I have to say, and I'm just so proud to be with my oldest daughter, Lauren, who has done so much. My children, all 3 of them, have taken up humanitarian efforts where they live in different parts of the country. But my Lauren has just been spectacular. And I might cry, I'm just so proud of her. So please, welcome my Lauren.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
I always love bragging about my children.
Thank you, Mom. And thank you, Evie, and the whole Fashion for Development team. This is truly, like my mom said, such an honor and treat to be honored alongside my mom, who really obviously was such an early inspiration to me. She started an organization called Caritas that helped homeless and abused children. And through that experience, I got to see firsthand what it meant to be a social entrepreneur, to be a change maker. And you know, it really helped set me on my path. So we're criers, sorry. And yeah, FEED has been my first baby for the last 17 years. For those who don't know, FEED is a social business, a B Corp, with the mission to create good products that help feed the world. We also have a 501c3, the FEED Foundation. And my whole mission started actually in traveling to the global theme here and UN Week with the UN World Food Program. I had this sort of life-changing experience to travel the globe with the UN World Food Program, starting as a student in college. And it just opened my eyes to the great, vast disparity that exists in this world. And just from that very first trip that actually my mom was on with me, as well as my sister, to Guatemala, you know, I couldn't not do something. Once you see a problem like that, especially childhood hunger, and literally, you know, just because of where kids are born, that they might wake up each day not knowing where their next meal is coming from, is just shocking and heartbreaking, and still something that is completely unacceptable. So that sort of started me on my path to Feed, and why Fashion for Development really resonated was I spent years, I would say, having traveled with the World Food Program, a student myself, and just not knowing what I could do. And at the time I was involved in the fashion industry, or starting to get involved. And I just saw there was such power in the fashion industry, and such beauty, and such goodwill. So Feed really came from this aha moment of why not harness the power of the fashion industry, the power that we all have as consumers to wake up every day and make choices about what we want to wear, what brands we want to support, what our values are, and do so to help feed kids as well. So that was just the aha moment and the sort of nugget behind Feed, which definitely resonates with the Fashion for Development mission. So thank you, Evie, for all you do to help promote that around the globe. It means a lot. Thank you.
Lauren, hold up one of your feedbacks so they know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
In 2022, Lola Karamova-Tiliaeva was announced as F4D's Goodwill Ambassador for Preserving Culture. This year, my dear friend launched the Regeneration Program and Festival in Uzbekistan, her native land, to support artists and the Uzbek culture. I'm very proud of her achievement and wanted to share a short video of Regeneration with you. She did a fantastic job. Please see.
Welcome to the first edition of the art festival Regeneration in Tashkent. Let's go and check it out. We have a great history of cultural traditions, and that's so important to preserve this traditions and art and our culture. Regeneration 2024 has a great success, so hope to see you next year. Bye.
So that was one of her first big festivals in Uzbekistan, and she's a daughter of a former head of state. She's not only the Goodwill Ambassador of our Preserving Culture program, but the founder of the Harmonist perfume brand from Paris, and also F4D's official fragrance, which you are receiving today in your gift bags. Last year, we gave designer Tebi Magugu from South Africa the Franca Cezanne Award. And while we were together in Bergdorf Goodman, I introduced him to the Harmonist, and magic happened. It is my pleasure to introduce today, you are the first to hear this, the Harmonist collaboration with Tebi Magugu. So we're connecting fashion and fragrance. This exclusive collaboration captures the essence of a mysterious connection inspired by the uplifting experience Tebi feels when he wears the perfume Moon Glory by the Harmonist. Tebi channeled his artistry into creating a unique design, which is featured on limited edition scarves and totes. His visionary approach fuses the artistic world of fashion and fragrance, resulting in a work of art that embodies magnetic spirit of joy. This is the worldwide premiere of the film, which celebrates the unique artistic collaboration, fusing fashion and fragrance. The film will launch with the products officially on October 20th. And to coincide with this auspicious event, the collaboration will be available at Bergdorf Goodman here in New York City, and then in October in selected Neiman Marcus stores countrywide and on the Harmonist website. So I hope you enjoy your gifts today, and please watch this very short video of Tebi Magugo.
The universe works in mysterious ways to which I don't doubt. Wearing Moon Glory is very gravitational, feels like an immediate connection. Whenever I wear Moon Glory, I feel quite humbled, quite grounded, and there's something quite spiritual in that. Intuition is something you can't always explain. Moon Glory was brought to me by the universe. For the collaboration, I wanted to create this artwork of women dancing under the moon, and it's a very celebratory, very joyous scene that I think invokes all the emotions that I at least feel whenever I'm wearing Moon Glory.
It will be fantastic, and we are so happy. We are planning to do more collaborations with more designers all over the world. We feel it's just a natural thing. And please visit Bergdorf Goodman, Neiman Marcus stores and enjoy the collaboration on the fragrances. They basically work with your element. They do a whole thing to see which type of scent connects with you spiritually, so it's a really great thing. Our next and last honoree is a conservationalist, philanthropist, journalist, and devoted mother of 2 beautiful daughters. She has dedicated her life to protecting our planet and endangered species. Through anti-poaching patrols, education, planetary boundaries, rainforest preservation, and conservation programs. Her work aims to improve livelihoods, biodiversity, and communities worldwide. She will be launching her own vegan fashion line, which I can't wait to see, Giada, in February 2025, which aims to promote mindful choices about climate and celebrate the beauty of all living creatures. Please welcome to the stage F4D's Eco Award recipient, Amy Green.
Thank you so much. First of all, thank you, Evie. I think what you do is so inspirational and so incredible, especially bringing together so many remarkable, wonderful women and men together and creating such a synergy for the future. My journey began, well, it's been going on for a long time, but I think it really began when I wanted to have children. And I had a very difficult time, and I honestly didn't know if I was going to become a mother. And when I did, and I had my eldest child, Giada, something struck inside me. My heart opened up, and I realized that I had to make a difference, that I had to do something to protect our planet. I cannot imagine that there will be a time when my children will not be able to walk on this planet and enjoy the gifts that we have every day. And we are really in dire need of making a difference in the world, for the future, and for our planet. And I want to do everything that I can. And one individual person can't change the world, but all of us collaborating together can create magic. And I've said it before in my speeches, and I'll say it again. All of this is wonderful. And we work so hard to have these things, but without this, it doesn't mean a thing. If you don't have purpose and you don't want to try to make a difference, it's really a hard life to live. And I can believe truly, truly that we can make a difference. I am so honored to be working with some of the most extraordinary scientists and people in the world with the Planetary Guardians, who are working on an incredible device that will check the 9 planetary boundaries around the world. They will keep us in tune what's going on so we can make a difference. I've also worked with Tusk, and I've been an ambassador for them for anti-poaching. And there's so many incredible things that we can do, but when we come together, that's when it really works. So I am so truly honored to have this award amongst so many incredible women. And I just ask that for the future, connection and collaboration and open heart is everything for our future. Thank you.
Okay, this is the last thing today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute honor to introduce a very popular haute couture designer in China. His name is Mr. Wang Feng. In fact, I'm wearing a Wang Feng dress, remember? As one of China's most influential bridal and evening gown designers, Wang Feng has redefined luxury for us in China with his bold fusion of tradition and innovation. He graduated from the Donghua University in Shanghai, and since his sensational debut in 2009, his influence truly has skyrocketed. His creations are celebrated for their striking elegance, architectural brilliance. His gowns, crafted from the finest materials like French lace, Chinese embroidery, Swarovski crystals, they bring to life a world of fantasy, romance, and sheer magic. It is with great excitement that I welcome the extraordinary Mr. Wang Feng at his first show in the United States.
Thank you. Thank you, Wang Feng. It's so amazing. The artistry this designer creates is so beautiful. So this is our finale today. I hope you've all enjoyed our luncheon, the 12th First Ladies Luncheon, annual First Ladies Luncheon during the 79th session of the UNGA. And I do hope that we brought some messaging to you that is important and that you will think about and hopefully inspire and motivate you to contribute or support some of these issues that are so important in the world. And I hope you enjoyed, had fun, and happy to see you all again next year. Thank you so much. Thank you.